Good evening to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about the important aspect of the ventilation of a building. As you know, ventilation is the breath of the home. Thank you for watching this video. We know the most famous proverb, Grahame Kada Swargasima. It means the house is nothing but the heaven. For anyone on this earth to live, we need first the food, second the cloth, the third is the shelter. Then all other things. Out of the above, we are concerned about the third one in today's topic. The globe is having fixed surface area. Because of various factors and limitations, limited space is available to have shelter. It is a big dream for the poorest to richest, children to oldest. A protected shelter is must to live and to have more harmony with the environment. To every living species on this earth to protect themselves and their family for social security, to protect from environmental changes or calamities. The birds, animals, as a matter of fact, every living being do the same. It is only a God's suggestion. Many people approach us for making dream into reality. We have been supporting it nearly 35 years. The governments are encouraging or providing support to fulfill their dream by kind or cash subsidies. As you know, the government is giving interest benefits, cash benefits, and even small houses, government by name, different by the political parties. So such homes are needed for the poor people and the middle class segment people. As you know, the important aspects of life is nothing but the Panchabhutas. Our aim and goal in designing a home is that all the buildings shall be in harmony with Panchabhutas. Panchabhutas means the earth, water, fire, air, and space. Ensuring each of these elements are correctly positioned, it can lead to environmental balance and comfort. Now, this time we are going to focus on one of the Panchabhutas out of the 5, that is air. In technical point of view, in the buildings or structures, the air is referred as ventilation. Since from our Vedic times, the importance of ventilation and its uses are given by our gods' representatives, sages, rishis. One of them is also given here. You can see this screen concept within the Vedic cosmology mantra tradition, specifically related to the deity of wind, that is Vayu, and the purification aspect of Soma. Pavamana generally signifies something that purifies or cleanses and is often associated with the deity of Soma. Matarishwa is a Vedic deity sometimes identified with the wind or air, also associated with the origin of fire. As you know, very important aspect of this air is one of the Panchabhuta. Both together, they represent a purifying force with Matarishwa possibly acting as conduit. In modern sciences also confirming the same, and we are also doing and experiencing the same for so many years. Now we are going deeply into the topic. What is ventilation? Ventilation is the process of allowing or inducing fresh air into an indoor space and removing stale, polluted or moist air from it. And the next point is why ventilation is very important. Supply of oxygen and maintain breathable air. Remove indoor pollutants like CO2, that is carbon dioxide, dust, smoke, and chemicals. Control humidity to prevent mold and dampness. Regulate temperature and improve comfort. And the type of ventilations. What are the types of ventilation we generally provide in our buildings are? One is cross ventilation. As you know, Windows are provided at both sides of the walls so that the ventilation, the airflow will be at in a better way. That is known as cross ventilation, more preferable in the living rooms and the living areas. And a single-sided ventilation. Sometimes both walls or three walls will be closed and only one side will be open. That is known as a single-sided ventilation. And the third one is stack ventilation. Stack ventilation is also one of the good system. That is one side of the building will get the fresh air, and the stack or bad air will go up, and that is known as stack ventilation. And the third one is single-sided ventilation or stack ventilation is also to be provided wherever necessary. And the important aspect of any structure or any building is the height. Effect of height of the building on ventilation. High-rise buildings, more than 15-meter height is known as high-rise buildings. The government or the people, because of several reasons, provides more setbacks on all sides so that more air circulation is possible. And that is one of the aspect. Of course, that is very difficult for many people to effort for that. And then less height, less setbacks, all sides open spaces, less air circulation. So height of the building is more, you will get more ventilation. And if you get less height of the building because of several reasons, the less setbacks, automatically less air circulation. And then what is the importance of good ventilation? Good ventilation leads to remove indoor pollutants produced from regular homeworks by the kitchen activities, toilet usage, and help in reducing allergies. Reduces carbon dioxide, improves thermal comfort and energy efficiency, dilutes airborne viral transmissions. These are the benefits of the good ventilation. Now we are coming to the urban planning aspects. In metro cities, tier 1 cities, housing conditions are given here in a pie diagram. So you can go through this present scenario in Indian homes. You are having only just 0.5% good ventilated houses, and 69% non-ventilated houses are there. Completely ventilated is only in gated communities is only just 12.5%. And then in urban cities, tier 2 housing conditions are there, and the ratio is also given here and so you just go through that and you can get that. There are many newspapers or coverage matter in different times. So you can, as you can see, the importance of the ventilation in this aspect. In the present scenario in India homes as an aspect of health, the temperature in Indian break records Asian terracotta air coolers are helping fight extreme heat in the summer times. There are respiratory diseases are there. The role of indoor air quality in reducing risk of disease. In the rural areas, there may be big houses, big spaces, very highly greenery areas are there. But unfortunately, because of the poor sanitary conditions or poor drainage systems, we are unable to get good air into those buildings. So that is also one of the aspects we have to consider. And you can also see the graph given here, how much percentage each is having. And then the government is also providing to control these type of aspects of the building. They are providing code books for civil engineering and as well as architectural side. They are also providing national building code, and is very important book for the people to understand how the aspects of the building are to be provided, out of which the ventilation is also very important. Now, the minimum openable window area, 5% of the floor area for natural ventilation. This is the stipulation provided. Kitchens must have wide windows, chimneys, or exhaust systems. Bathrooms also must have minimum 0.3 square meters or 3.5 square feet of ventilation opening area or a mechanical system. That is, you must have at least 2 by 2 ventilator must be provided in each bathroom. Similarly, In kitchen also, you have to provide 3.5 by 2.5 is the minimum area you have to provide for a normal kitchen, for a small kitchens. If it is a big kitchen, you have to provide more and more windows so that you can get good ventilation. Because where the bad or different types of gases are produced here, which can give ill health to the occupants. And then habitable rooms must have direct access to external air or through a shaft. Most of the time the kitchen is preferred in southeast part of the house. Why? Because that corner always exposed to the directly to the environment or to the air, so that the lighting and ventilation will directly come into the kitchen. That helps the occupants of the house. And mechanical ventilation or AC mandatory when natural airflow is not feasible. The mechanical ventilation is also a part of it. Uh, Providing air conditioners is not the solution for ventilation. Why? Because in a closed room, if one person is having some ill health, that will be communicated easily to other people. That is very, very important. So you cannot just by keeping air conditioning cannot be a good ventilated house. And then the government recently, Andhra Pradesh government recently amended a building bylaws, and they have given for smaller houses less than 100 square meters, they are giving almost negligible side setbacks. In the recent amendment, AP government GO, AP government, it is allowing minimum setbacks or even zero for the small sites having an extent less than 100 square meters. But this is discouraging for the ventilation of the buildings and a healthy life of occupants. However, health, every house must have good ventilation to improve the quality. Life of the occupants, even the government GO supports it or not. Healthy home is a wealthy home. That is our concept, and that must be the every person's motto while building the construction. Thank you very much.